When they tell you to talk about your story, I'll talk about that a little bit, but I want to get right to my point in a minute. But story, background, contract negotiator making $24,000 a year. Deacon Davis talked to me 6 times before I got involved in a business. After talking to me 6 times, he said, hey, Mike, at least come in on a part-time basis. If we ever replace your take-home income, we like to have you come full-time. Got me in on a full-time basis. 18 months later, quit my full-time job, scared to death, and went full-time. Made $88,000 the first year, full-time, $120,000 after that. So we are excited about the fact that you could bring somebody in that has no background, no understanding of money, but except how to spend it. He said, Mike, who's handling your finances? I said, the student loan people, the credit card people, the car loan people, and the rent people. Do you have a retirement plan, Mike? I said, I got some with a 4 in it, man. I don't know how it works. They taking some money out of my check. So all I'm trying to let you understand, we don't have to know everything. We can teach people everything they need to know. But what I want to share with you all is that, has anybody in here who plays sports? I just want you to imagine this piece right here. You play sports, and when you're playing sports, I know some of my people laughing about that comment, but you play sports, and then you're standing, you don't have somebody is got a coach in the game, but you have people walking on the side because you want to have them put you in. You know, you're walking like this, see me, coach, put me in, put me in, put me in. That's what people, they say, they just moving around. You know, you're like, man, you're on the bench, I want to get in. I want to make sure you understand what it looks like when you talk about put me in, coach, because individuals can get in. It's one thing to get in the daggum game, but what you gonna do? Because see, every one of us got a shot. We all here, but we talking about what this message is gonna be for the people that's not here and what we're going back to. When I say put me in the game, coach, the deal is when they said, shh, put me in the game, what they talking about is this. They're talking about putting me in the game from a standpoint of once you get in the game, you want to make sure that you deliver. The last thing you want to happen is you've been asking the coach to put you in and then you don't do nothing. You ain't did nothing. We put you in the game, but you don't do nothing. So the company has allowed us to put some people in the game, and I want to make sure you understand. We're talking about the 200K takeover. We're talking about the 200K takeover. Get my next slide. With my next slide, I want you to understand this. We say we want to welcome you to the game. What game are we talking about? We're talking about the game of competing, the game of running the numbers up, the game of hitting that level of 200,000 plus people. So in order to do that, we got to get people licensed. Now, I know you all have done a great job talking about the license piece, but in Cambridge, we just said, Google, let me see what you got. In Cambridge, it says an official document, license, an official document that gives you permission to own or do or use something. Go ahead, what's the next one? The next one we put in Webster. Webster says license, permission to act, freedom of action, a permission granted by a competent authority to engage business or occupation. Do you know how many people we have ran into that will never get that opportunity? Why? Because they may have a background, they did something crazy, we can't get them in. But those of us who get in, that's a major, major move for us to do to get a license. So let's go. I want to make sure you understand. Here's when I say put me in, coach. You got people that paid $25, $49, or $124, whatever they paid, and they said put me in. So we want to set them up for the jump shot. Here's the jump shot. I don't care how you break it down, moving the needle. You talk about the $50, you talk about the $100 that they get a chance to get, but you talk about that $200. I don't know when the last time they had $200 and gave us $200. That's $550. So we just talking to our new people. We just recruited the people we got last month. We're saying anybody in the company right now that's still within their 90-day window, they got a chance to get $550. Now somebody where we sitting at, $550 may not be a lot. I'll take an extra $550 though. If I'm a new person coming in and we just got them to do the one by one and they got $550, I told my team, said, what should we be talking to the team about? I said, you ought to talk to them about $550. That's what you need to talk to them about. That they do their first one by one, let them get a taste. Everybody wants a piece of winning. They want that feeling that when you win. I don't care if you shoot the ball and it go in, you're going to feel like you win. You might didn't win the game winning shot, but you shot it, or you scored a touchdown, or you hit the daggum goal into the soccer deal. You got excited about it. Everybody's going fired up. We need to get that fired up about these new people coming in because they are in the game. They saying, put me in the coach. They put me in. We gave them an IBA. They got put into the game. But let's move to the next. Let's move to the next. That's one deal. You can get that deal, but hey, let's talk about the 950 deal. How do you talk about 950, Coach Evans, when you go from 550? We're saying individual come in, but they get to 3x3. You go get the 3x3, that puts them in a position on the 3x3 side that lets them understand that they got a chance to go make 950. I'm talking to them about finding 3x3. Some of you all got 3x3 in a day. You can go in one house. You can go in one house and get a 3x3. You can go get the husband, the wife, they got 2 children 18 or over, you can get 3 recruits right there, and they all got to get their own game plan in place because they're over 18 years of age. So you got to get their own game plan in place so that you can get 3 by 3 in one house. So as I'm talking to people, I'm letting them understand what the power of 550 and 950 looks like. So because of where we are as RVPs and above, and some people future RVPs, they're like, 550, 950. Yeah, if you get excited about 550, 950, let yourself have some individuals that get 550, 950 this month. The company just came off of giving us a $49 IBA and a game changer. And then we come back this month to where they come out and say, okay, we're going to add an extra $200. People get 550, 950. I'm excited about that because I know that's what you call put me in the game, coach. We put them in the game because they got it done. So as we move from that, it's an unlimited amount of money they can make. You all seen this piece. It's nothing new, but it's an unlimited deal. It's about how excited are you about it. I don't mean not right now, but I'm saying how excited can you get in front of the new people that are just coming in. If you get excited about it, they get excited about it. You let somebody get one by one talking about 550. A lady texted me last night. She said, hey, when they gonna cut the check? She just newly licensed. She did $2,300. She's looking for a check. She ain't up but 25%, but she's looking for that check. We broke it down. I said, that's about $492 you're gonna get paid for those 2 transactions. But if you was at a 50% contract, you'd have made about $1,000. So those people are excited about getting something new coming in. So I just tell them, when you focus on building, you can set your business on fire. But the question is, are you gonna be on fire? Or are you gonna be talking about, well, you get to get this one by one, you can get 550. No, you got to be daggone fired up and excited about it for those individuals to do that. But as I move, that's those people. But now everybody get a chance to put me in, coach. What do you mean? Put me in. Get one by one done. Get one by one done and get reset. You know how many people don't even have a shot? They was not going to have a shot to get into Marco Island. And now we got to deal with they get one by one and they get set. So when they get reset, that's them saying, put me in, coach. Put me in the game. We put you in the game, but dadgummit, now you got to go play up to your level. You got to just reset and play up to your level, or you can win Marco Island. When my people had no chance of winning, and now they got a chance to do one by one to get in, that's somebody saying, put me in, coach. Put me in, coach, and that's all we're doing. So as I look at this, I'm at a table, you all. Just the other day, I'm upstairs eating with somebody, and I see somebody over on the side, and I just asked them a question. Before you know, we're in a conversation, not in Primerica at all. We're talking to him. I see Jim Martinson's over at the table over there. I said, Jim. I said, they said, don't bother that guy. You don't know that guy. I said, no, I know he's in Primerica. He's one of our people, man. Don't worry about it. I said, Jim, tell these people, they don't believe me. How much is the minimum you can open up a mutual fund with? He goes, a mutual fund? Well, we got 100 of them. You can open up for a minimum of $25. They was like, this is a setup. There's no way. You had this guy set up. There's no way. You don't even know that guy. He tell you, I said it's 20. I told you I was $25. I had somebody else come across. I'm trying to figure out. I couldn't think of my mortgage company name. It couldn't come to my head. I saw Mike Preston, that's right, there you go. Mike Preston come in, his wife is with him. That's right, help me out, Mike. His wife come in, and I say, Mike, I talked to his wife, I said, what's the name of the mortgage company we do? I can't think of it. She said, Mike said, Rocket Mortgage. I said, yeah, Rocket Mortgage. She said, y'all got Rocket Mortgage? I said, we got everybody. Everybody wants to be with us. And I said, we want you to be with us. They left out of here Friday. I was out at the table with those people. They right here in San Diego. You can recruit anybody, anywhere, anytime with what we got on the table. Nobody can get into a business for 124 and get a chance to say, put me in the game. So I just want to ask the question. When we put you in the game this month, because you did your one by one, or if you're on track, or you go win, or you get somebody on, my question is, do you have anybody that you want to say, put me in, coach? Would you be excited if you got somebody on your team that said, put me in, coach? So that's all we want to make sure. We just want to make sure that everybody's ready to win. So we got people that's going. Anybody going to Marco Island? Is anybody going to Marco Island? Well, dadgummit, let's take somebody with you to Marco Island, because you had Peter talk about the one and done. Let's make sure we don't have one and done. Let's get some more people to move the needle. Let's take advantage of it, and we'll see you at the convention. Have a great day. Coach Evans out.